Hello, today I'm speaking to Tony Freeman of Omgeo, and we're going to have a conversation about the upcoming T+2 regulation. So I'm a little interested to know a little bit more about the current status of the regulation. Has the industry already done enough to comply with T+2?
Sure, Liz. Okay, so the current status is that the European Commission has published the CSD regulation that came out a couple of months ago. T+2 is a component of that regulation. From a regulatory perspective, the discussions will move into the political phase in the European Parliament in the third quarter of this year, fourth quarter. The timetable is a little uncertain, but sometime during 2013 there'll be political agreement and the regulation will become official. In terms of whether the industry has done enough preparation, in the absence of a firm date as to when T+2 will be implemented, not enough preparation has taken place. People tend to wait until something is definitive in terms of dates before they allocate budget and resources to these projects.
So what's outstanding? What does the industry need to do to further prepare for T+2 regulation?
The industry needs a plan. At the moment, there isn't an industry plan and there isn't an industry timetable. This is not just a simple technical change. There's a lot of moving parts to this project. Taking one day out of the settlement cycle is a re-engineering process. It needs extensive analysis as to how it will impact the different parts of the post-trade process flow and the different components of the industry in terms of whether you're a buy-side firm, a broker-dealer or a custodian bank. So an industry plan and a timetable are still both outstanding. We expect them to be developed next year because implementation is likely to be in 2014 ahead of the implementation of Target 2 securities as well. The other factor that's playing a role here is the potential move of the US to a shorter settlement cycle as well, which is currently under analysis. I think there's a strong industry desire for Europe and the US to try and be coordinated if it's possible.
What options are there for firms to ensure compliance and to gain this efficiency in settlements?
The first thing to point out here is that this is not an optional project. In Europe it's mandatory in all 27 European Union member states for all equity and fixed income transactions that T+2 will be implemented. What firms need to do right now is analyse their processes. Taking 1/3 out of the timetable is quite a big change. So they need to look at when information needs to be where, what information needs to flow around, because most people's processes are engineered around a 3-day settlement cycle. Take a large chunk of that out, you need to re-engineer those processes. So if you're a broker-dealer, you need to make sure that your buy-side customers can get the transactions to you quickly enough. If you're a custodian, you need to look at your dependencies on sub-custodians, for example. You need to look at the FX processing angles. There's a lot of different components of T+2, which I think most of the industry has not yet paid enough attention to.